In this video, I'm going over the cost of living in Palm Beach County, and I'm going to break it all down. We're talking housing, taxes, utilities, food, and it's happening right now. What's up, everybody? It's April Laura with Posh Properties right here in South Florida. And if you're new to this channel and you want to know everything there is about working, eating, sleeping, playing, living, and also the cost of living in Palm Beach County, then make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring the little bell so you're notified every time I do a new video. Honestly, I am getting so many calls. There's so many people relocating, and I absolutely love it because I get to show people around and help them decide what the best neighborhoods are. So if you're relocating or you're moving here or coming here to stay, make sure you give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, heck, send the smoke signals if you need to, however you want to get in touch with me, because I've got your back when you're moving to South Florida. Your housing costs are going to be the largest part of your cost of living anywhere you look. And in Palm Beach County, we have a wide variety of homes to look at. From new construction to 1950s and 60s style ranch homes that have not been touched. They have some really cool architectural design. Or waterfront living, from multi-million-dollar mansions and masterpieces to homes that were built and have not been redone or even touched. So there are a wide variety of homes for people to choose from here. So let's get into what the median cost is here in Palm Beach County. On Realtor.com right now, the average median price is $360,000. That is an average of $212 a square foot. The median sale list price has increased 7.7%, and that happens year over year. What you'll find for that $360,000 price range is kind of a wide variety. You can have a 1,100 square foot home or a 2,000 square foot home. It kind of depends on where you're at, east or west. We're going to get down to how that breaks down in a minute. The way that South Florida has been built out, most of the homes started in the east. And as the cities have expanded, they've gone further west and west. So if you get out to, let's just say, the Florida Turnpike or 441, you're really going to find a lot of homes that are much newer and newer construction. And those homes are going to have HOAs. So depending on the size of your neighborhood and what it offers, you can expect those HOAs to be anywhere between, say, $150 to up to $300 or $400 extra a month. And that's on a single family home. So whatever your monthly payment is going to be on your mortgage, then you really need to factor in that HOA cost. And that's going to cover whatever the development has, whether it's swimming pools, tennis courts, or sports courts, walking trails. There are a lot of different HOAs and they offer a lot of different things. So it's really going to end up being what you want and what you choose when you start looking. Okay, so the average price in Palm Beach County is $360,000. For new construction, you're really looking into the fours for new construction, single family home. So in the 400s, and then for a townhome, you're really looking around the $300,000 mark for a brand new townhome. And then of course there is the luxury market. So luxury really starts around the $1 million mark and it goes up into the multi-million dollar mark for luxury homes, because we have a lot of luxury homes that are waterfront, and some are on the water and some are not, and they're just considered luxury, and we have a lot of that in South Florida as well. But if you're coming from a place that it's a higher price point for less, then you're probably going to be pretty pleased. So that's if you're going to be buying a place. But what if you're going to come here and you decide you just want to rent a little bit and you want to kind of feel out the area? Well, we have a variety of rentals to choose from. We've got large apartment complexes, we've got condos, townhomes, single family homes, there's duplexes, there's triplexes, all sorts of rental communities. So if you're looking to break it down, look at this graph right here and we're going to break it down for you. The thing you'll notice on the graph is that a 2-bedroom rental is going to run you about $1,400 and change. 3-bedroom is going to run you close to $2,000, and a 4-bedroom rental is going to run you upwards of $2,200, so close to $2,300 a month. So that pretty much breaks down what you'll be paying for rentals monthly. But when it comes to buying, there are a few other factors to consider, and a couple of those are taxes and insurance, and we're going to get into that right now. Now, I'm sure you've heard, Florida has no state income tax. At 0.83% national average tax rate, property taxes in Florida rank below the national average. Currently, they're at 1.07%, and the median annual property tax bill in Florida is about $35,000, which is about $500 less than the U.S. median. The most widely claimed tax exemption is the Homestead Exemption, which you can claim on owner-occupied residences to protect the value of the home from property taxes, creditors, and challenges that arise from the death of a homeowner spouse. It frees the first $25,000 of the home's assessed value from all property taxes, and it exempts another $25,000 from non-school property taxes. This can get confusing, so let me give you an example. Let's say you have a house valued at $80,000. The first $25,000 is exempt from all property taxes. The next $25,000, the assessed value from $25,000 to $50,000, is subject to taxes. The next $25,000, the assessed value from $50,000 to $75,000, is exempt from all taxes except school district taxes. The last $5,000 of assessed value is taxable though. The end result is the Homestead Exemption reduces assessed value by $25,000 for school taxes and $50,000 for all other types of property taxes, which is a great savings for homeowners. Are you finding this information helpful? Did you know about the Homestead Exemption? Are there any other topics you want me to cover? Make sure you smash that like button and drop me a comment so I can go over some of the other subjects you want to hear about. But for now, let's get on with it. Homeowners insurance has increased in the last year or two in Florida, and insurance companies have raised their rates anywhere between 12% and 31%, which is a huge increase. And we're having to deal with that in Florida. Insurance companies are telling me that the reason for these rate hikes are because of all kinds of claims that are happening throughout the United States. Now, it's not just in Florida. So there's all types of claims that have been happening in the last several years, and unfortunately, we're paying for it now. Our insurance costs have gone up, and it probably has something to do with the insurance companies trying to get back some of that revenue they've lost. So that's something to definitely consider when you're in the market to buy a new home, and it's a big conversation that I do have with my buyers because it does add to your monthly payment, which is going to change your perspective of your mortgage and all of these other fees that are included. So let's say you pay off your home. These other topics of insurance and taxes, they're not going to go away. You need insurance on your home, and taxes are never going to go away. So how does that affect you if you're buying a median price home in Palm Beach County? If you take the average price of a home, which is about $360,000, and let's say you're putting 6% down, that's about $21,600, which means your mortgage payment is probably going to be about $338,400. Now, interest rates today, spring of 2021, are about 3.1 to 3.3%. So that could change, of course. If you want to know what they are today while you're watching this video, go ahead and shoot me a message and I'll send it to you. But mortgage payment and principal and interest is about $1,488 a month. Throwing insurance in there, that's maybe about $2,100 a year. And then, of course, we got to talk about property taxes. The tax rate in South Florida is 1.24%, which means on a $360,000 home, your taxes are probably going to be about $4,464. Take that and divide it by 12 months, and you're looking at a mortgage payment of about $2,035 with taxes and fees. Okay, so we talked about the prices of homes, we talked about what it's going to cost you monthly, whether you're buying or whether you're renting, and how property taxes and insurance are going to come into play. Now let's talk about what it's going to cost you to heat and cool this thing. So the national average, actually we're just under the national average in Florida at 96.9%. So it's going to be a little bit cheaper than the other parts of the country to live here. So what's that mean about your electricity bill every month? Well, that's going to depend on how you like it. And quite frankly, I like it a little on the cooler side. So I like to keep my house around 70 degrees, whether it's, all year round. I just find it to be much more comfortable around 70 degrees. And if that's the case, then your electricity bill might be just a little bit higher than other people, especially in the summer months. I mean, the summer months, it's really hot outside, and everybody kind of cranks up their AC because they got to keep the house much cooler than usual. So it's going to be higher in the summer months, but in the winter, it's much cooler. So we open the windows, we let the fresh air come in, which is awesome. But we also have lower electricity bills in the winter because we're using less AC. So it kind of just evens out as far as winter and summer. It kind of balances out because it's higher in the summer and lower in the winter. Throughout the year, it's probably going to run you around $150 to $200 for electric every month. And that's like on your average home, so the type of home that we've been talking about in this video. And then we have water bills. So the water bill is probably going to run you between $60 and $80 a month. It depends on how many people that you have living in your home, and it also depends on how long of showers and things like that they take. So it's going to vary, but average is about $60 to $80 a month. And then we have something that's really important, which is high-speed internet. And we're all on the internet, whether we're working or playing, and you definitely want to have that. And that'll cost you probably between like $80 and $90 ish a month, depending on which carrier you have and what type of speed you have. So when you add it all together, you're going to have utility bills per month that are going to range between $300 to $400. It could be a little bit less, it could be a little bit more depending on your size and the number of people that you have living in your home. So let's talk about one of my favorite topics. We all work hard and we want to enjoy life, and I absolutely love going out to eat. I'm sure a lot of you do too. So to go out to eat in South Florida, we have a lot of variety as far as restaurants and different types of restaurants. And your basic restaurant that has waitstaff, you sit down and has waitstaff, you're gonna be paying anywhere probably between $12 and $18 an entree, and then an appetizer is probably gonna cost you like $10, $12. So for a couple going out, it's gonna run you probably at least $60 to have dinner. And if you enjoy any of the beer, wine, or spirits, which there are quite a few places in South Florida where you can enjoy those things, then it's definitely going to be a lot more. I mean, I love craft cocktails, and those tend to be a bit more on the expensive side. So depending on how many you're having, you're going to add, anywhere between $10, $12, $14, sometimes maybe $18 a cocktail. So if you have a couple of those, your bill for two people is probably going to range around at least $90 to $100 plus tip. You're going to go over that. So that kind of gives you a good idea. If you have little kiddos, hopefully they can eat from the kids menu. And if they're grown up and they're adults, or they can order off the adult menu, then it's going to be a bit more expensive. I mean, a family of four is probably going to cost you around $80 to go eat out. And that's not including drinks. And, it may include a dessert because they always want dessert. Obviously, if you're eating at home and making your own food, the cost of food is going to be a lot lower, but honestly, we're a little bit higher than the national average. We're at 106.6%. So it is more expensive than the national average, but it's still going to be less than eating out. So we have all your regular choices to go shopping, whether it's Walmart, Target, we've got Costco and Sam's Club, we've got Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, and we even have Publix, which Publix is a Florida grocery store chain, so you'll see those on every street corner. Well, we also have in South Florida, we have a lot of farmers markets. I love the farmers markets. I find that the vegetables and the fruit are much fresher, they last longer, and a lot of times they're much cheaper than the grocery stores. So you can always shop there and save a little money. All right, friends, well, that is kind of like a broad stroke overview of the cost of living in South Florida, but obviously it depends also on what pockets you're living in, what kind of vibe are you looking for. There's some really cool places that are closer to downtown and the ocean with walkability, or maybe you need a family neighborhood, or maybe you just need to be close to work. You can really have a nice lifestyle in South Florida, and definitely reach out to me if you're doing some research or you want to take a deeper dive into some of these areas. I love getting phone calls all the time from people that are relocating here, and they want to know what it's like for a person that's actually living here. I'm happy to give all the information you need to make sure that you pick the right neighborhood when you're moving to South Florida. So make sure you give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email, heck, send the smoke signals if you need to, because I've got your back when you move to South Florida. And until next video, I'll catch you later.